Hey, Kenny, what you got there?
You got to be kidding me. She's not even hot.
Cartman, just leave Kenny alone.
It's okay. Unlike you guys, I understand that Kenny just can't help being puned.
Come on, guys, we're gonna be late for school.
Excuse me, Mr. Garrison. I have an important announcement, okay?
Well, alright, but hurry up. I'm trying to teach this evolution thing.
Okay, kids. The school has decided to make vaccines mandatory, so you'll have to have your parents send in your vaccine records right away, okay?
Mr. Mackey, how can the school force us to get vaccinated? Yeah, how can they do that? Do we have to get ones like HPV?
It's not that we're forcing you. Just if your parents decide not to get you up to date on your vaccines, then we can't let you come to school, okay? And no, Stan, you're only required to get certain vaccines that the school board has deemed important, like polio, okay?
Teacher! 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 I have a question.
Yes, Eric?
So does that mean if we don't get vaccinated, we don't have to come to school anymore?
Yes, Cartman. You can no longer be enrolled in this school without your vaccines. We are trying to keep your kids safe, okay?
Interesting.
But guys, isn't this great? No more school.
Parents aren't going to let us just not go to school, Cartman.
Do you think our parents are gonna stick us with needles just to keep us in school? Don't you see? This school is just trying to hurt us. I won't do it.
Cartman is important.
Why is it so important? We never actually have disease outbreaks anymore. When's the last time you saw anyone with polio? Let me tell you, it's never. Come on, Kenny.
By the way, Mr. Mackey told us that we have to get our vaccines to stay in school today.
That's nice, Stan. Shelley, pass the eggs.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, we'll go to the doctor's tomorrow. I believe that you only need a polio shot. Randy, when was the last time you had a vaccine?
I don't know, Sharon. It's all a blur.
Maybe we should get one too, just to be safe.
Gee, I'm just not sure I want to spend the money on something that probably doesn't even work.
How can you possibly think vaccines don't work?
Well, I was on Yahoo Answers the other day. I had a weird rash and I wanted to know what could have caused it. When I got answers back, someone had asked if I had recently gotten the vaccine. They said vaccines can cause all these bad things to happen. They sent me a link with a video of Jenny McCarthy. It said vaccines carry mercury, aluminum, and other toxins. Jenny said they can even cause disorders like autism.
I'm sure that can't be true, Randy. People have been getting vaccines a long time now, and they have kept a lot of people safe. Besides, Stan needs to get his polio shot to be up to date for school.
But Sharon, how can the school decide what is best for my son? I want to know why I have to inject my kids with toxins just so they can attend school.
Randy, it's important to vaccinate our children and ourselves. We need to stay vaccinated to protect those who can't be. Do you really want our son to get a disease that we can prevent, like polio, the measles, and mumps?
No, Sharon! I won't stand for this. I will be speaking to the school board about this.
Fine, Randy, but in the meantime, I'm going to get myself and our children up to date.
You're right, Sharon. I should take it higher. I'll speak to the mayor in the morning.
Here we go again.
Okay, kids, dig in.
So, Cartman, did your mom let you stay out of school?
No, my mom took me for my shots immediately.
What are you talking about, boys?
The school wants to make sure we all have our vaccines so we don't get sick.
Yeah, and we can't go to school until we get them, but my stupid mom called the doctor.
Well, we don't believe in vaccination.
That's right. We'll just have to keep you home, Kenny. There.
Why should we let the school tell us what medicines to give our kids?
People, please. It is important that you understand that we are not trying to tell you what or how to raise your children. But in this case, I have to express the need for vaccination. There are children that cannot receive the vaccinations, and they could get very sick if we don't limit the chances of them catching a disease. We are trying to stop a possible outbreak at the school.
What about the side effects? What about the fact that kids can get polio from the vaccine?
I think it's time to clear this issue up. The polio vaccine is an inactivated vaccine. This means that the virus in the vaccine is not able to replicate in a child's body, so it cannot cause polio.
Either way, polio is a debilitating disease and we should do everything we can to prevent it.
So what about the ingredients? Some people think that they cause serious complications. What about the mercury and formaldehyde?
There is no mercury in the polio vaccines that we use, and as for the formaldehyde, it is an important ingredient to keep the integrity of the vaccine. Without it, the vaccine may not work.
Also, formaldehyde is naturally found inside your body. Don't let it scare you.
Well, what would happen if we didn't vaccinate against polio? Well, it is true that 95% of all cases of polio are subclinical, meaning they have no symptoms. There is that 5% who could suffer muscle weakness or even paralysis. But for every child with polio, there is a chance of it spreading to another 5 or 6 children.
He just started wheezing like he couldn't breathe, so we brought him here. You'll be okay, Kenny. I'm sure it's just a cold. I hope you get better, Kenny.
It will be fine. His immune system will kick in soon and he'll be better than before.
Yeah, and we all got our shots so we can protect him through herd immunity until he is healthy.
I'm afraid that I have some bad news. What is it, Doc? Well, it seems that Kenny has contracted polio.
How could that happen?
Did he get his vaccine? No, we don't believe in vaccines. After he came in, we ran a test to check his antibody levels and found a high concentration of the ones for polio.
We can't honestly believe that diseases like polio still exist. Is there anything you can do?
Polio still exists, and the only way to eradicate it is through vaccination. I'm sorry, but we'll have to quarantine him and put him on a ventilator to help his breathing. I'm afraid there is no cure for polio. We can only treat the symptoms. At this point, we have to worry about paralysis. Polio is spread between humans through saliva and fecal contamination. Is there anywhere that you can think of that he may have been exposed?
No, we can't think of anything.
Well, we will watch for what kind of paralysis he might have, but right now it doesn't look good.
We commend Kenny McCormick to the earth. It is a sad tragedy that may have been avoided, but we are relieved that no other child has to suffer his fate. With the help of vaccines, we can work to rid the world of polio.
Please get your child and yourself vaccinated and help us eradicate polio.